Whatever. А пък ти сега кажи introduction,
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to yet another video here on my channel. Today, as you can see, we are in a different environment and I'm with my girlfriend. Today we're going to cook French macarons, as you can see from the title down below. But not just some French macarons, but French macarons without any sugar. They're vegan, vegetarian, paleo, all of that stuff, even though she said that it isn't vegan because there are some eggs. But anyways, it's vegetarian. I'm not sure about paleo, but nobody cares. They are very delicious, they don't have any sugar, so they are considered healthy and they are very macronutrient friendly as well. So she's quite shy, so I guess she is going to be quite silent, but I am hoping that she will tell you everything you need to know because she's going to be our guide for today, because as you may know, I'm not that good at cooking. I am just preparing some eggs and meat every now and then, but this is just way above my level, so I'm just going to try and soak up all the information just as you. So without any further ado, let's get cooking.
But first,
we gotta say all the ingredients. She's not going to say them, so I gotta do that as well. So guys, we're going to need like 3 eggs for that recipe. We're going to need some Himalayan sea salt or whatever salt you've got, but Himalayan sea salt, much better, you know that already. We're going to need some almond flour and some erythritol as well, which is like a sugar alternative. Sugar healthy alternative. Yeah, not that healthy, but it's better than sugar. So yeah, and the other things we'll need to prepare the whole thing, like 2 trays, some baking paper, and we're going to need just a mixer, and I don't know how this thing is called for squeezing the macarons. Huh?
Piping bag.
And a piping bag. Piping bag. And a piping bag.
Firstly, I'm going to separate the whites from the yolks of 3 eggs. So it's best if you use a glass bowl, because plastic bowls like this one can usually hold up grease. And for the whites, it's best if it's very clean. So. Now, as my grandmother likes to say, I'm going to take out the little chickens in here.
What do we call the little chickens?
That's the embryo.
That's disgusting. That's definitely not for vegans. Can we see? Nice.
So now I'm going to mix them up, and for better mixing, you can add a pinch of salt to the whites. Like so.
Definitely not like so. By the way, this is happening for the second time.
Yes.
Yeah.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
By the way, I forgot to mention that the eggs must be at room temperature, so at least for half an hour they must be outside. Now it's best if it's at high speed from the beginning. Can you please put some erythritol in that pot, please? Faster.
How much should I put?
A cup. Once the eggs are not transparent anymore, as you can see they're white, you can start adding the erythritol, but do it very gradually. Okay guys, so what you're looking for is those stiff peaks. So they need to be stiff and stay up like so. And once it's like this, you can add a bit of vanilla. Now I'm also gonna add some food coloring, which we forgot to mention. Oops. They're gonna be blue. So.
You can add whatever coloring you want, right?
It's best if it's like a powder like this or gel food coloring.
Gel?
Yeah. Okay, so now that the meringue is ready.
Whoa, wait a second. Alright guys, I'm on the same wave as you are right now. I don't have an idea what a meringue is, and that is probably because I have never cooked anything above cooking some eggs and making a toast. I checked what it is on the internet, and first off what I found was that it's written really oddly, and the second thing that I found out is that actually this is like a dessert, a candy traditionally made from whipped egg whites and sugar, exactly what my girlfriend just did, because she mixed the egg whites and added some erythritol instead of sugar, which is still crystallized, so you still get the same consistency. And by the way, do not blame her, because she was really worried that that is her first time in front of the camera, and you should have seen me when I was in front of the camera for the first time. Roll the clip. So hello once more. Today I'm doing a full day of eating, just to show you guys what I eat in an unusual day. Yeah, I was a bit shy, but I think I got over it. Let's get back to the video, and if there's something strange again, I'll just come back in and explain it, I guess.
We can start adding our dry ingredients, which I have here. It's almond flour, about 100 grams, and some more erythritol. It's best if you add the ingredients fast, because the egg whites can deflate from the fats in the almond flour, so it's best if you add it, maybe separate it.
Alright guys, I'm back. Get used to that, because that is my channel. You can't just watch my girlfriend, you gotta see me every now and then, right? What she meant by add the flour separately here is that she wants you to add the flour gradually. That's her tip right now. So you add the flour gradually so that the egg whites do not deflate because of the fats that the almond flour has got. Just add some flour, you just stir it up, or how she's going to call it in a second, you fold it in. She said that is something like a macarons or some kind of that. You fold in the flour into the egg whites, and then you add more flour, but you don't just get the bowl and put it all in there and then throw the bowl and start whipping it off. No, it's not that. Put some almond flour, fold it in into the egg whites, then add some more, and do this like 3 or 4 times. By the way, you're going to thank me later when you taste these bad boys.
So this is a technique called macarons.
Folding in the dry ingredients into the egg whites.
Yes. And we can add the other part now. You have to continue to fold until you can make the figure 8 with the batter. I'm going to show you how it's supposed to look like if it turns out okay.
A few moments later.
In the ordinary recipe, you use confectioner sugar, so because now we're using erythritol, which doesn't dissolve as much, and yeah, it's more like crystallized. So the surface may be a bit lumpier, but they're gonna be delicious. So.
Who cares about the surface when they're delicious, right?
So it's not ready yet because we can't make the figure 8 without it breaking off. So I'm going to continue folding a little bit more.
So guys, we're going to continue with the recipe tomorrow when she's done with the stirring.
We can almost make the figure 8, but I don't think it's gonna be a good idea if I keep on folding, because as you can see, the whites are deflating, it's getting smaller, and I think it's best if we stop folding, although we can't really make the figure 8. So now I need your help. You're gonna hold the piping bag so I can fill it up. You take the tray, I'm gonna take some of the baking paper, I'm gonna cut a piece. So now this is a trick I use so the baking paper doesn't come off. I'm gonna take a bit of the batter. I'm gonna put it on the tray.
So put it on the surface of the tray?
4 corners.
Alright.
So we can make it stick to the tray. Yeah. Hold it here as well. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Do you need a partner for that? Every single time? Can you do it?
No, I can do it by myself, but now you're here, so. Don't worry.
How of it got out? That's why I'm.
No.
That's why I'm screaming. Oops.
Hold it. Hold it here. Hold it.
Oops.
No!
Къде? Къде да го държа?
Like this.
Не си ми казвал такова нещо.
Hold it.
Yeah. Eat half of the macarons. That is delicious.
Okay, so now I'm going to make the macarons. A good technique is once you squeeze it out, make such a circle so it.
So make it look like a poop. Like a blue poop. Are we going to be able to fill the whole tray?
I think so, but it's stuck because there's pieces of almond.
Alright, we're having some technical problems out here.
Hello there.
Now it's a good idea to drop the tray a bit because the macarons can get air bubbles on top of. Yeah, look here. There's one air bubble, and now when we drop the tray on the counter.
This little thing?
This one. When we drop the tray on the counter, all the air is going to get out of the macarons. And now it's very important to let the.
To eat it.
No, it. So the macarons need to rest for maybe 30 to 60 minutes so they can get a smooth surface on top, and once they're done you will be able to run your finger across them without it being sticky or wet. It needs to be dry basically. Because we're almost ready, I'm going to turn on the oven so it can get heated up. I think about 140 degrees Celsius will be okay. That's about 300 Fahrenheit, I think. While the macarons are drying up, we're going to make the cream for between the 2 biscuits. So you can make any cream you want, but because erythritol is quite sweet, I usually do cream with mascarpone, some raspberries and some vanilla, so I don't put any sweetener in it because the biscuits are sweet enough. It's very easy, you just mix them up. It's nothing hard. As you can see, we don't have that many macarons, so I'm not gonna put all of it. I'm just gonna use maybe half of it will be enough.
How much grams is it? The whole thing?
500.
500, so 250 grams approximately. Of course, for that amount of macarons, if you got a whole ton of them, just put the whole thing.
Even if it's too much, you can eat it without the macarons, so it's not a problem. Now the vanilla. Now I'm going to put some raspberries in. They're frozen, but they're gonna defreeze very fast. Now it looks like ice cream, but once the raspberries defreeze, they will melt a bit, so the cream might even be pink in color, and we are going to put it in between the macarons. You can run your finger through them and they won't break apart. Once you take the macarons out of the oven, you also need to wait about half an hour for them to cool down. Okay, it's been about 20 minutes. I didn't mention the time because every time they bake differently, so usually from 15 to 20 minutes. I think they're ready. I think they've baked enough, and now we just have to wait half an hour for them to cool down. It's been half an hour and the macarons are all ready, and I'm gonna try to get them out of the tray. Sometimes you might need a knife, but they're perfect. They're perfect. Okay, so the cream looks pretty done to me. The raspberries have melted and it looks pink. I'm gonna mix it up a little bit more, and then we're gonna put it between the macarons. So now we have to choose biscuits that are about the same size, because as you know, I didn't really use a ring. I just piped them up with my hand, so they're not very symmetrical.
Right.
But we're gonna choose ones that look kind of the same. Maybe we can start with those two. You can put as much as you want, but it's not a very good idea to put a lot, because once the raspberries melt, it might drip out of the macarons, and I've obviously put too much. Okay, they're done now, and it turns out we made too much cream, so just know that the amount we put was too much if you don't want to have extra of it, but we're gonna eat it anyway. So, and this is what they look like.
Alright everybody, we are ready with the macarons. Thanks to Chef Victoria. She did a great job doing these. Like, they're awesome, guys. Just look at them. Pure beauty. Like, I don't know, I can't focus really, but they are looking just awesome. You can see the B-roll right there. So yeah, let's try them. I'm going to get this one. Like, these are absolutely sick. Just look at that. These are so good. These are so good. Thanks to her. Thank you for doing the most delicious macarons ever. These are even better than sugar macarons because they are so sweet that you can get a headache. But these are just awesome. They are really balanced. They are, as I said, macronutrient friendly. They're just animal friendly, I guess, because there weren't any animals killed for that. So yeah, guys, these are awesome. Let me just enjoy that and I'm going to finish the video. Alright everybody, I think that's it for that video. I really hope you enjoyed it and you learned something. Of course, if you missed some things, like the ingredients, the amount of them, how much to cook the things, and if I missed something, if she has missed something, I'm just going to add it somewhere in the video. You can just go back and see whatever you have missed. Anyways, guys, I really enjoyed making that video and I really hope that she has enjoyed being in it. Did you enjoy it?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody heard that, but she has enjoyed it, which is really really good. So yeah guys, really thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I really hope that you're going to enjoy these if you make them, of course, and if you don't, are you sick? That's it for today. Of course, if you like the video, don't forget to smash the like button right there. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for some more and turn on the little bell so you can see my upcoming videos. Of course guys, if you've got some questions for the recipe, I'm going to take her especially for you just to answer these questions for the recipe. Of course, you gotta put them in the comment section down below, don't forget to do that. And of course, stay healthy, stay positive, learn, enjoy, grow, and I'll see you. You wanna make the bicep thing? And I'll see you in the next one.